High school football is off and running again in Minnesota, and no one is happier about that than a senior defensive lineman from Blaine.
That's because Andrew Edwards nearly died last year, and now he's savoring every moment.
Ready. Set.
To see him now, you would never think Blaine lineman Andrew Edwards came close to death. But he did. The problem began with COVID in April of last year. Then in May, 6 days after receiving his first COVID vaccine, the high school sophomore had a frightening reaction.
I woke up in the middle of that night and I had really bad chest pain.
Okay.
And it kind of felt like there was like someone was sitting on my chest, like same symptoms as like a heart attack, you know?
His mom, a heart nurse, detected an irregular heartbeat, and the 15-year-old was rushed to the hospital.
On the way, like, I didn't know what was wrong, so I honestly thought, I remember telling my parents, like, I don't want to die, because I was freaked out. I had no idea, like, what was wrong.
Eventually, doctors diagnosed Andrew with myocarditis, which is an inflammation of the heart muscle, but his was severe. Doctors think a combination of COVID and then getting the vaccine could have been the cause. And on top of all that, Andrew was found to be diabetic, way too much to take in.
I just remember just laying in the hospital bed and just crying forever because I guess it finally settled in, I guess this is really happening to me.
And to make matters even worse, doctors ordered Andrew to do nothing to raise his heart rate for 6 months. 6 months. No physical activity, nothing. That meant no football. His junior season wiped out, but yet he still felt lucky.
They told me if my heart would have swelled anymore that I would have went into cardiac arrest and my heart would have failed. They told me that.
Ready, hot. See there.
Andrew calls all of this a miracle.
Ready to go.
He's back on the football field over a year later.
Now you're here.
He's gained 75 pounds
Set.
and he's putting on muscle. In fact, recently he bench pressed 315 pounds 8 times. A personal new record.
Ready, hot.
But more than anything else,
Settle, good.
he's happy to be alive.
Get your eyes.
And life looks different now. So is it fair to say that maybe what happened to you last year kind of put everything in perspective?
Yes, it just all got taken away from me so fast, and it definitely made me realize how lucky we are
Ready to go.
to be able to do these things.
So many things happening so fast to that young guy, and he's still, living with all of that, and diabetic on top of it. He finds out he has diabetes when they go to the hospital.
Yeah, and that's a lot. And so when you say 6 months to a kid who's a junior in high school,
do nothing.
I mean, that's a big, we're happy for him.
Yeah,
that
we
he's
really
doing
are,
better.
because he's back playing and he's back starting and he's very happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Burn fat 200